Hi, my name is Bob Margevicius. I'm Executive Vice President for Specialized. I'm on the Board of Directors for WFSGI, representing the bicycle business. And I'm here to talk to you about none other than bicycles and the bicycle business. So, I'm going to start off. Our first slide here talks about bicycles and meetings. We had an ambitious in-person meeting schedule planned, which really was derailed. And the bicycle group and the committees together met digitally for about 2 times a month to just work together on important industry-related items. Plans are right now to get back in-person meetings sometime in July. The outlook for the bike business. You can read on the slide, we had an exceptional year in the bike business. The pandemic really sparked cycling beyond any historic levels. Bicycle unit sales now are pacing at about 30+% year over year, and dollar sales are up over 40%. We're experiencing a value appreciation for bicycles with e-bikes, sport performance bikes, and kids bikes leading the way. The long-term outlook is for continued growth. We are actively working to retain new riders, invest in infrastructure, and also innovate. So we have a series of committees that work within the bicycle group. And within that, we have a group that works on technical meetings. And within that technical meetings, the topics that we talk about are UCI weight limits, cyclocross tires, power meter verification, and virtual competition. And I just want to take a moment and just give you a little framework of what each of them are and what's happening. So, we do have various committees within the bicycle group that provide for direction for technical product issues. They report and performance activities, and they work with the professionals for rules and race governance. And the technical group has been working with the UCI, and the UCI is the governing body for the racing community. And we've been working with them in a variety of areas which continue to be challenging. The first one, which is the UCI weight limit, the minimum weight on a bicycle for racing and performance is 6.8 kilos. And we continue to work with the UCI on this. The UCI does question this on occasion with the spirit to relax it and potentially change it for the future. And we're working together as a technical group to work with the UCI on that. We're working with the UCI also on cyclocross tires. And this has been rather an interesting story. Over a period of time, the UCI has determined that the width of a tire cannot exceed the cross-sectional width of 33 millimeters for professional and UCI sanctioned races. And this dimension is very dependent on a lot of things, including the rim width, the bead width, the bead bed, and a variety of other things. So as a group, we're working together with the UCI to try and establish a norm that we can achieve a tolerance and that we can be safe within the dimensions of what the tire is and what the bike is using. The third area that I indicated up here is the power meter verification. And there's long been a challenge to the integration of power meters into racing and the racing community. With pundits claiming that it provides an unfair advantage. Well, as a technical group, we're working together with the UCI for power meter verification to ensure that the power meters are accurate and that there's integrity and that we're providing a level playing field. So we're very active in this, and it actually leads into the next subject, which is virtual competition, that we're also engaging the UCI in, and that's that virtual competition. It's exploded. So you can see whether it's Sufferfest or whether it's Zwift or any one of a multitude of different virtual competition platforms. It's exploded within the past 12 months. And together between the WFSGI and the technical committee, bicycle technical committee, and the UCI, we're collaborating together to establish rules and regulatory provisions so that the sport and the activity is really fun, exciting, and competitive. So between power meter and ensuring that the power meter is verified and work within that virtual competition space, we're excited that this is kind of a new opportunity and a new area that we think is going to really be great for the bike business. Bicycle and design and work group. Well, there's three issues there. 3.1 dimensions of seat tube and consultation with the UCI on a clarification guide. So, the design group continues to work with the UCI on the 3.1 rule. And just to give you a framework of what the 3.1 ratio rule is that the UCI states that the ratio between the length and the width of the equipment cannot exceed a 3-to-1 ratio. So this really means that extreme aerodynamic tube shapes cannot be used in legal race bike frames, handlebars, or other components. So as a group, the design team and the bike group is working with the UCI to better define that 3.31 ratio rule to establish innovation in bike frames and components to not only enhance the performance, but also ensure the safety of what the product is. Next, one of the areas that we're really seeing a lot of engagement and interest in is e-bikes and e-bike racing and e-bike usage. And surely the newest competition area that we're seeing for cycling is e-bikes. This year, there was the first UCI World Cycling MTB race in Monaco. It was a really great success. And this year, 2021, there are many races in conjunction with the UCI mountain bike races, culminating with the August e-bike World Championships in Val di Sole, Italy. So we're all looking forward to that and seeing what's happening and watch the spirit of that activity grow. And what has happened is based on the competition, the UCI is now working to integrate some technology. They're calling it a black box technology into e-bikes to ensure that there's really no tampering and that the playing field is fair. So as a team and as an organization, we're working with the UCI to just integrate this technology and ensure that actually we can apply it to bikes and apply it to bike racing so that it is a fair and responsible way of racing. The next category that we're starting to see some real interest in is e-bike road racing. So e-bike road racing, it's surfaced as a new performance sport. So we haven't seen a lot with it yet, but there are a couple of organizations with some exciting and riveting proposals. So as an e-bike committee, we're working to vet out these areas and potentially work together to try and bring these to the market. So another exciting area that we're working with. from the bike side. And another area of concern and challenge, and as I said, we deal with a lot of things in the WFSGI and within the bike industry is wheels and tires. And we have a committee that's actually focused on wheels and tires. And it may sound like a pretty simple area, but what we're working on is tire and wheel compatibility. And they remain one of the big challenges as the standards vary between fabrication materials and measurements and different factories. So the wheel committee and the tire committee are collaborating together with ISO and ETRTO to align on industry and industry acceptable standards just to ensure compatibility. Bicycle meetings, well, you know, it's, I participated, and there were probably many of the people in the bike industry here participated in a supply and a sourcing webinar that was prepared and done in December. It was a really exciting meeting that was hosted by WFSGI along with WBIA, which is the World Bicycle Industry Association, to learn about supply and the future of the bicycle and the bicycle industry. It was really an inspiring business review with a long-term outlook on segmentation, sales, and supply chain management. It really served as a blueprint for brands, component input suppliers, and producers for investment in the future. Again, another exciting thing that's been coordinated through the WFSGI. And where are we going? So bicycles in 2021. So, you know, we are working on strategy. And as we move into the future, we're formulating strategic plans in conjunction with the WFSGI on how to grow ridership and continue to make cycling fun, exciting, and safe. It remains our mission within the WFSGI. There will be a bicycle online meeting on February 8th, where we'll review 2020 and define the path of what we're going to work on for 2021. So, and lastly, the World Cycling Forum, WCF, which is going to take place in December. We ask you, join us for the WCF this year, where bicycle industry leaders will get together to network, to learn, and to share ideas on bicycles and the bicycle industry. So I guess with that, I'll conclude, and I want to again thank everybody for participating, and I look forward to a great 2021, and I hope that the rest of this meeting is insightful and helpful and informative. Thank you very much.